poised when they made their run. And that's one thing that we can't do. It's a lesson to learn in that loss is that when they come at you with the barrage of like three-pointers that Greg Anthony was shooting, you got to just, maintain your composure and come down and get a good shot and not try and go one-on-one. I think that we fell victim to that the other night.
Well, it's called instant replay.
Let's see if they paid attention to him.
Payton feeding McCoy, defended by the smaller Burrell. McIlvaine comes over. Baker picked up by Gill. Bischoff. And McIlvaine got a piece. McCoy missed the dunk. Shot clock at 5. Williams on a ball fake. Williams trying to dump it inside, and a 3-second call. 3 Sonics were camped out in the lane, and they get Vin Baker.
And Bert, by and large, would you agree with me? The defense has been sound.
Yeah.
Not extraordinary, but sound. It's the offense that's been part of the problems. The rebound stepping up for Seattle here. Another dilemma for the Nets.
They were all even at the end of the first half, 25-25.
Clear out.
Here's Marbury. Stephon Marbury off the window.
How about that one, huh? With some strength against the glove. Fingers missing.
13 points for Marbury, and the Nets now trail by 3. Here's Payton, watched by his former teammate Gill. How did he find the interior pass? Rejected by McIlvaine. Patterson wanted a call. Marbury gives it up to Burrell. Touch pass, Harris. On a pump fake, he's got a mismatch with Baker if he wants it. Instead, it's Gill. Taking it to the rim. Good, and a foul.
How about that counter? Well, a speech for others, but paying heed to himself. First step with the penetration, and then the patience, not the quick jack. They get Gill on the mismatch, and what you have to do against big guys, try and put it on the floor and get by. Good strength to convert. But here's the hands. McIlvaine with 2 straight blocks, a factor, and then the tip away as it goes the other way to Stephon Marbury.
3rd foul on Jelani McCoy, who has grabbed a career-high 10 rebounds tonight. And Gill with a chance to tie this game up. He does. Greg Foster has come in to replace McCoy with 4:05 left. 3rd quarter, 60 apiece.
Foster, a little deep shooter, not a real post-up guy, so Burrell's the matchup there.
He's hurt the Nets, though, in the past. Payton a 3 off the rim. Gary Payton. Only 8 points for him.
Nice denial by Payton. Oh, they give it to Payton.
It is Gary Payton trying to squeezing through around Gill's pick. And that's number 2 on Payton. 3:41 mark, 3rd quarter.
Bobby Weiss up. Paul Westphal up. And they want this. They're saying to turn. And that's good. That's a good call. He didn't turn the hip or try and dislodge.
Payton is off his game. 4 for 17 shooting. Gary Payton tossed from Monday night's game against the Knicks about 11 minutes into the game.
And McIlvaine and he chatting. McIlvaine heard a few things, I'm sure, during his stay here.
And another free throw for Marbury.
You look at a game like this now, the Nets sort of have gotten a sense of balance. Now if you can step up your defense, be measured, don't gamble, be solid, and then rebound and maybe get a leak out.
Sonics are over the limit. Nets are yet to get called for a foul in this quarter.
Tough match here for McIlvaine away from the goal.
Baker with McIlvaine. On a spin, Baker forced into a fadeaway, comes off the side of the rim, and Gill had proper position.
And Gill also was helping on the baseline. It forced Baker to go to the middle. Good D by McIlvaine as well.
8-0 New Jersey run to take a 2-point lead. Gill puts it on the floor. He gets hacked by Payton. And Gill will go to the free throw line.
And that was a real hard foul, too, as Payton thought he got a piece of it.
Number 3 on the glove. Nets are 4-14 on the road this season. A win in Golden State, a win in Cleveland, and back-to-back victories on the road against Miami and Orlando. Patterson to the bench. Lewis comes in to replace him. And Emmanuel Davis will check in. Gill missed on that first free throw. And Shamond Williams will get a breather. Good showing by Williams.
Sure, solid, handles well. And know he can shoot it. Shot it at Carolina. They could use some of his shooting now. The struggle for the Tar Heels lately. And an empty trip.
Gill shooting at 73%, but he is 2 of 5 from the line tonight. 12 points, 5 of 11 from the field. And the Nets lead remains at 2 as we hit 3 minutes to play in the third. And some action away from the ball, and that's your first team foul on the Nets. It's Jim McIlvaine.
Tried to hold him in the lane. And a little ridicule cheer here as it's posted. That's what the first team foul. Some sarcasm here.
McIlvaine spent 2 years with the Sonics, 2 years prior to that as a member of the then Washington Bullets. Now in his second year with New Jersey. Shot clock down to 7, and Burrell deflects it. Marbury.
Oh, they got Payton again.
It is Payton. He bumped into Burrell, who had the position, and Gary Payton has racked up foul after foul here in the third. That's number 4 on him, and Burrell is going to the free throw line.
Yeah, he probably thinks in his mind, now here's the bump, and he throws the arm a little bit. In his mind, he thinks the officials are after him right now. And he's an all-star. He's a dream teamer. Sometimes you take exception. And Monty McCutcheon with his end of the dialogue.
Scott Burrell hits them both, and the Nets lead by 4. 2:45 to play in the third.
And this is where Payton can sometimes step it up a little bit, so Stefan's got to be very attuned.
Emmanuel Davis out of Delaware State in his third year, hands to Payton. He lines it up. Can't hit the 3. The follow is good. Rashard Lewis.
Active legs and no body attached.
Nets with a 2-point edge. Marbury out high.
Now Payton starts sniffing around. He might have a deep one by Scotty.
Burrell missing on a 3-point attempt, and Foster gathers in. Here's Payton accelerating, trying to turn the corner.
And Gill with a help.
Off the back end, Foster, 2-man game with Payton. Gary Payton on a kick out for Davis for the lead. McIlvaine tapped it over to Baker. Wheels inside. And a foul call.
Scotty Burrell on the floor. Non-shooting situation. Got to come up with those. But finishing the thought on Payton, if he starts looking on the defensive end, I think Lucius Harris could get himself a little spot-up jumper. So maybe go away from Lucius and see if he can get Payton active. Got to get some help, I think, for Stefan down here on the block.
Scott Burrell's in some pain with that left knee.
Ooh, and Steph just took a shot, too.
Jump it, Lewis. No. Knocked around. Payton fading away. That's short. Burrell came up gimpy. Marbury is blinking his eyes, just trying to get his vision in order. Now he's one-on-one with Davis. Burrell thought about the 3. Kick out. Marbury 10 to shoot.
And Payton's looking. Go to the middle, Steph, and he might get Lucius. Oh, he would have had a jump shot for Harris.
Traveling called on Marbury, and Johnny Newman will try to check in with 1:20 left. Third quarter. And Newman will replace Burrell, so the Nets will go a little bit smaller.
And this particular play, if he goes to the middle, Payton is helping. And he goes to the left. Unfortunately, Harris would have been wide open.
Gary Payton had it stripped on his way to the rim by Stephon Marbury, but a foul call. So free throws coming up for Payton, and he can tie this game at the line. Marbury once again in pain.
He takes some shots.
Payton hits on the first, his first free throw attempt of the night. And Ruben Patterson comes back in to replace Vin Baker. Here's Payton, 75% on the season. 64 apiece. We come up on 1 minute to play. Third quarter, our 5th tie of the evening.
He only gets about 5 free throws a game, Bird. So a lot of game left.
McIlvaine, high post, driving in. Missed it. Here's Davis, looks for an opening. Foster inside the arc. Off the rim and knocked out of bounds. Who's got it?
I think they're staying right there.
It is Seattle basketball with a new shot clock and 48.9 left on the game clock.
That's why you got to pay attention to scouting reports. Forster with a good look. McAmey's got to come out on him. Look at this dummy play.
Inside, Payton could not convert, but Davis comes away with it. Patterson, penetration, Foster with a screen. They'll reset it with Payton, one-on-one with Marbury. Sonics looking for the lead. Foster for two.
That's his game. McAmey looking to help on the dribble. A little drift by Greg.
(66-64). 8-second difference. Shot clock to game clock. They blitz on Marbury. Gill catches with 10 to shoot. Time winding down here in the third. 5 on the clock. Cross court for Harris. Gill puts it on the floor. Two-pointer. And we're tied at 66. 8 seconds left. Third quarter. Payton makes his move to the rim. The floater off the window. Rims in with 1.3. Marbury doesn't get a shot off.
You knew he was going to take it late.
Fourth quarter is coming up, and the Nets find themselves in a close one here in Seattle. Sonics outplay the Nets in the third. They go to the fourth in front, 68-66.
Kenny Johnson leads an exciting core of young talent as Butch Goring's Islanders take on the NHL's best. Fox Sports News Primetime wraps up all the day's NBA highlights, so I know the players intimately, like we're two schoolgirls who have pillow fights and tickle fights. You'll understand what I mean when you watch NBA highlights on Fox Sports News Primetime.
Yeah, I know Brodeur. Guy shut me down. He could block anything I threw at him. My reverse spinning kick, blocked it. Spinning crescent kick, tornado kick, nothing. Hey, be careful with that, all right? The day a white belt blocks my 4-directional punch, it's the day I close my doors. Oh, yeah, that's okay. That's rich. It's just my life!
I've always believed that there's strength in numbers. That's what teamwork's all about. Like here in downtown Oakland, Antoine Jameson and kids from the neighborhood came together to make a difference.
Thank you.
Now, these guys may not have created a masterpiece.
You gotta stay within the lines.
I have.
But when people come together, the result can be beautiful. Team up to improve your community.
New Jersey Nets basketball is brought to you in part by the new Nissan Maxima 2000 with a 222 horsepower engine and bold new styling. See it at your nearest Nissan dealer now.
Coming up tomorrow, the Leafs are at the Garden. They skate against the Red Hot Rangers, 7:30 on MSG. Later, Fox Sports Net has the Nets and Grizzlies in Vancouver, 10:30. Friday, Devils face off against the Hurricanes at 7:30 on Fox Sports Net. On MSG, Knicks and Hawks tip it off in Atlanta, 8 o'clock. And then on Saturday on MSG, a 10:30 start, San Jose and the Islanders. Plenty of hockey and hoops coming up this week. Be sure to check your local listings. Back in Seattle, Ian Eagle, Bill Raftery with you. Seattle 68, New Jersey 66. And once again, like 2 nights ago, the Nets unable to hold on to what was a solid halftime lead.
And Bird, the concern now is an arrest for Kittles. Hopefully he is not injured. And the spacing now as Van Horn gets a little bit of a blow and may be ready down stretch time.
No Gary Payton to start play in the fourth. Nets trailing by 2. Gill puts it up, no good. Foul called on the outside, and it's Patterson. Number 4 on Patterson. Gill looking for free throws.
Yeah, he's right.
He will get them.
Yeah, they were going to score that goal. A nice little angle there.
Sonics opened up the third quarter with a 17-2 run. Nets came back with a 10-0 run of their own. And again, Gill cannot find the hoop from the line. Back in the Seattle area. He missed them both.
Yeah, McAmey got a piece of that one.
He is now 2 for 7 from the line.
And those two opportunities are big baskets as you climb back into a game. Or 4 free throws, I meant.
There's an empty trip. Foster. McIlvaine lets him stand out there. Patterson will back in on Gill, playing with 4 fouls. Patterson to bounce. Ill-advised. Harris picks it off. Once again, Nets with a chance to tie or take the lead. Marbury has been quiet offensively. Here's the drive. The fadeaway. High arcing delivery. And Shamon Williams taps it over to Davis. Sonics on the move. Williams a bounce. Lewis is fouled by Newman.
And not a bad giveaway by Johnny Newman. Steph trying to, when you push down and try and out-leap somebody, it affects your stroke. On the other end, Stefan's been excellent at getting up high enough for a good release. But as they got, now watch how high he goes and you're fading. Very difficult shot, but here Wisely doesn't foul. And Johnny Newman alertly reads and gives it up. Doesn't let it get up where it's got a chance for a 3-point play. Now it's only a 1-point play.
And Rashard Lewis will get a second attempt after that miss. Stephon Marbury 6 of 14 from the field. Lewis seeing extended minutes here tonight, comes in averaging 5.5 points per game. In his second year out of Pineville, Louisiana, did not attend college, went straight to the pros after high school. Harris, 3-pointer is good.
I think they just ought to keep attracting people away from Lucius. And let the defense bite and let him space up.
69-69, and Harris has 5. Williams rejected by McIlvaine, but it came off of Newman out of bounds.
Terrific help by Jim McIlvaine. He has been solid. The difficulty for him is when to get back on Foster, because he can nick you with those jumpers.
11 seconds left on the 24. We're just underway in the 4th quarter in a tie game, 69-69. Shamon Williams pulls the trigger and hits again, a 3.
And Steph caught unarmed there. Got to get the hand up. He can stroke it.
Gill looks to the interior. McIlvaine will get a touch. Drop pass inside and give the rejection to Emmanuel Davis. Over the head of Lewis. Williams could not make the connection.
That one he should have caught. Or somehow you got to come up with that one. And Paul Westphal a little bit concerned, but what a nice dive to the tin by Lucius Harris and a recovery by Davis.
But Harris came up limping a bit after that play underneath the basket. Marbury had a notion. Penetration knocked away into the hands of Newman, who hits.
An alert Johnny Newman too, because he's coming into the lane to help.
72-71 Sonics. Newman has 9. Williams crossover. Marbury got fooled.
And
Harris knocked it away and off of Williams. Out of bounds.
He had 3 guys. You got to pick it up, Bird.
9:44 to play. 4th quarter. 72-71 Sonics.
There's nothing better than being named Motor Trend Sport Utility of the Year. Well, except for surfing a 20-foot face at Mavericks. Or snowboarding in Telluride. And you can't forget riding in Moab. Or kayaking the Snake River. Okay, there may be a few things better than winning Motor Trend Sport Utility of the Year. Ah, but what the heck. We'll take it. Motor Trend Sport Utility of the Year. The new Nissan Xterra.
Want to color your gray beard or mustache and look natural? Get Just for Men Gel.
You look so natural, no one can tell. With Just for Men Gel.
Brush in and in 5 minutes, gray is gone.
No one can tell. With Just for Men Gel.
OmniPoint is a wireless phone, but it's much more.
Harold, I want a divorce.
It receives faxes, stock reports, news flashes, email. How does OmniPoint do so much? Simple. It's the only wireless phone with a brain.
Harold, I don't want a divorce. OmniPoint.
Wireless takes the next step.
Take a look at our key matchup, brought to you by the New York Marriott Marquis, Broadway's biggest hit. Keith Van Horn and Ruben Patterson. Van Horn with 14 points, 12 came in the first quarter. He does have 10 rebounds. Patterson with 17 and 8 boards.
And Bird, just a thought. You think Keith's hurting a little bit? I don't know.
He
Strain. And Curry, another guy, that could be a rest. It could be a strain. We'll see. Or maybe Case disenchanted with the play of late. I don't know. Jay Ross in the back. That's assistant. Involved training and equipment. Nice man. Well, the folks like to meet people behind the scenes.
72-71 Seattle. Nets with a chance to go back in front. Marbury, Newman, Gill, Harris, and McElveen. Newman gets around. Layup is good and a foul.
Earlier, talking about the veteran ability, he had one in the first half where he got between defenders. This time a nice read, no center, post up, and that helps. Right down the chute here as Foster over on the left, following McElveen, not to be illegal.
Newman can be sneaky.
He is. He sure can, in a complimentary fashion. Nice little release.
Emmanuel Davis onto the floor for Seattle. Foster goes to the bench. Peyton, Williams, Lewis, and Baker. The rest of the 5 for Seattle. Newman completes the three-point play. Nets lead by 2.
McElveen doing a nice job bottling things up. See if they go to Baker.
Here's Davis feeding the post. Baker with McElveen. Vin Baker.
A little bit distant is tougher for Jim McElveen. On the block, he can be superior.
Baker has 16. We come up on 9 minutes to play in the fourth.
Didn't follow side pick and roll.
Marbury at 3. On target.
A little premature onions by the little guy, but taken over.
77-74. Marbury with 18.
And McElveen with a nice job showing the first time.
There's Baker stepping into a long 2, and he connects.
Not much you can do. Jimmy showed once. Second time, not popping as wide, but the counter.
Nets in front by 1.
Same play.
Newman gives to Marbury. Same spot. This time he fakes out Davis. Gives up his dribble. Newman with 6 on the clock. Making his move inside, but he couldn't finish. Throws it up. Thought he was fouled as Newman hits the deck.
Pretty good step through by Johnny. Couldn't knock it down.
And now Peyton will set up the offense, and the Sonics can take the lead.
A little mismatch with Harris and Baker. Let's see if McElveen can get over it. Kendall does.
Spinning on Harris. Baker draws the foul. And Vin Baker will shoot a pair as the foul has been assessed to Kendall Gill, his second.
And that's where Peyton becomes a point guard. He read it, the mismatch took advantage, caused some problems.
Receive word that Horace Grant will not return tonight because of a thigh contusion. Baker missing on the first end of 2 free throws, so Grant limited to just 11 minutes of action. And Paul Westphal has been forced to mix and match up front with the likes of McCoy and Rashard Lewis, and Patterson shifting over to play the power forward spot at times. Well, the Seattle Supersonics have been very good in close games. 5-0 in games decided by 3 points or less. Conversely, Nets are 4-10 in games decided by 5 points or less. Harris inside the arc, rimming out. No Jamie Fike. He's on the bench with Van Horn and Kittles, and it looks like just a decision for Casey. And Baker breaking free.
McElveen couldn't get back. I mean, it's tough. You got to help him out. Stand up Baker on the dive down the lane till your big guy recovers.
21 for Baker. Marbury with Williams. Illegal defense. The Nets will shoot a free throw.
And that helps too as the offense gets set. Now you have to understand defensively that you can't give up a 3-point potential trip. But right here, they've got to stand up as Baker comes down. Right, and you stand them up until Jimmy recovers, and they never did that. And Kendall, I believe, was on the foul line. Bird, just give him a little chug at some point, a little dislodging, see if he can get away with it.
Free throw for Marbury. Out. Vin Baker has scored the last 7 points for Seattle.
And here's a little low angle look at it, and the nice read by Payton. You can see Lucius trying to come over and help out, but that should have been taken care of right about the foul line. Good back cut. Oh, my goodness.
Marbury, reverse delivery, no. McIlvaine fighting inside. Pump fake. That was ugly.
He's got to go right up at the rim. Don't flip it.
Payton with a bounce for Davis. Hook shot. No good, and a foul call. It's Jim McIlvaine.
He's had a nice run. Might be a little bit tired with that giveaway.
How much longer does Casey go with the 5 on the floor with 7:04 left?
Got to be thinking of Jamie fight just a little bit. That's the one. And then counter if he's not upset or if they're not injured with Kittles and Van Horn.
Davis hits on the first free throw. He's a 74% shooter. And some dejected looks on the Nets bench as their club is now down by 3. Gill with the board. And even 7 minutes to play.
And Marbury a lot of minutes, contrary to what we thought.
In the first half of a back-to-back. Shooting in this quarter. Nets have gotten more opportunities. Seattle making good on their chances. Marbury. Watched by Williams. Gill offers it up and hits a 2-pointer.
How about the confidence? Stefan giving it back.
80-79. 16 for Gill. Payton, spin move on Marbury. McIlvaine comes over. Baker jump shot. He is on fire.
It's tough for McIlvaine because he doesn't have the foot speed to help and then cover or recover.
23 for Baker. Marbury using the screen set by Newman on a switch off. Now has Davis into the lane. Harris with the extra feed. Gill corner jump. Rainbow delivery. McIlvaine offensive rebound. Reset for Marbury. Penetration to the rim. Doesn't get the roll, but he is going to the line.
Boy, did he offer it up there. Put it right on the platter. On the chin. Take the big guy out of the play. The blow-by. Steph with an onions 3. A little strength and courage against the big fella.
Over the years, a lot of businesses have put their names on one line of trucks. The one that offers the most powerful V10. The one that was first to offer quad cab versatility. And the longest lasting full-size pickup on the road. We understand this name thing. We're pretty fussy about what we put ours on, too. Now get $500 cash allowance on all new 2000 model year Ram pickups.
Oh, very good. A bit of humor is excellent for office morale, but let's not waste too much time on it. Now, back to work. Well, I'm deep into you, Miss Albright.
My pleasure.
All I have today, have to inspect the waste paper baskets to see if anyone's throwing away good paper clips.
Wait, I'll help you. If there's anything I can't stand, it's waste.
Amazing. You know, I've never met a girl quite like you before.
In my book, you're strictly AAA, Mr. Crumley.
Fine. Gingerbread, I think you and I are going to hit it off efficiently.
Side by side like twin rockets. But come, the paper clips.
What do you have, folks? A large pepperoni pizza.
And a Pepsi, please?
Sure thing, Curly.
Thank you.
Hey, we both know I ordered a Pepsi Cola. And now you've insulted me by offering me this. But I'd like to give you a chance to make amends. Capiche? Yeah. Here you go.
Good eye.
Toyota Quote Book brought to you by Toyota every day. Gary Payton on his ejection by Ted Bernhardt Monday night against the Knicks. I don't care if I get a technical, but the second one, I don't know what happened. He's been giving me a lot of technicals this season. It was a shock to me to get thrown out. After the first technical, I laughed. I thought it was over. That's when he came rushing towards Bernhardt. And Emmanuel Davis had to step in to make sure that Payton didn't go too far. And he was asked about that. Payton said, hey, I'm no dummy. I wasn't going to get fined. I wasn't going to hit Ted Bernhardt.
Well, the emotional situation like that, it's good that Davis did stand in. But right now, a tired and beleaguered Nets team with injuries and guys not getting the minutes. Plus, Stefan playing a lot of minutes.
No changes as Marbury hits the first free throw. Technical fouls this season. Rasheed Wallace, 16 of them. Payton currently in second place. Antoine Walker also in double figures as Marbury converts on both.
You know Charles isn't playing. Just by the stats.
Oh, yeah.
That's one stat you don't want to lead the league in.
And you mean Barkley, not Oakley.
No.
20 points for Marbury. It's a 1-point game. Payton looking for McCoy. Now Payton backing in off the double team. Out to the corner. Jump shot.
Big rebound.
McIlvaine off the Davis miss.
And a real nice double here.
Able to slip it through the legs. Gill to Marbury. Sees the opening. Left-handed layup. And what muscle by Marbury to get to the rim.
Bird, what a selection, huh? Look at this place.
83-82. Newman goes for the steal. And a foul called at the 5:19 mark. That is team foul number 4. A side out. The next one will put the Nets over the limit.
That is just extraordinary. He splits the defense, and now the big guy comes over. A little high. Knockdown.
Here's Payton. Shot clock at 10. With Marbury. Off the double, Payton gives up his dribble. Williams has had the hot hand. A three-pointer. Off the rim, and Gill soars in for the board. The Nets have a 1-point lead in the ball with 5 minutes to play. Marbury sizing up Payton. Inside the arc. No good off the side of the rim.
Settle just a little bit, and Payton will make you do that. And fatigue the factor 2 on jump shots as you get down to the end.
Baker. McIlvaine defending it. Baker. Back in. Davis. Open look at a three. No good. McIlvaine couldn't grab it, and Payton out-rebounds it.
A will rebound and end the giveaway. He wanted it more. And Jim McIlvaine sort of stretched out. You've got to go at it as aggressively as possible with the glove lingering. And plus, he's been out a long time, too, in fairness to Jim McIlvaine. This is one. Watch how outstretched Jim and Payton just pursuing it with a little more vigor.
Gary Payton at the free throw line. 4:32 to play. And he misses the first. So now the Sonics can only hope for the tie. One out of 2. Meanwhile, starters like Van Horn, Fike, Kittles watch from the sidelines.
That looks more like a message to me, Bird.
Stephon Marbury has logged 40 minutes. Here's Marbury on the perimeter. Marbury trying to get to the goal and a foul called. He was ridden out. It's a side out. Sonics are not over the limit. That's their 4th team foul.
Williams out on the open floor. Bare here as they don't have the assistance. Payton comes from the top side, but the little nickel dimer benefits the Nets.
Number 3 on Williams. And no sign that Casey is going to make a change. 10 to shoot. Marbury gives it up for Harris. Three-pointer on the way. It's good.
Big time knockdown. Nice kick by Marbury.
86-83. 4 minutes left in the 4th. Williams the hard drive. McIlvaine there defensively, and a foul has been given. It was Harris on one side, McIlvaine on the other, and the net center picks up the personal.
And the shame of it is, if McIlvaine gets there just a step sooner, there's no way he can elevate number 4 on him. But once again, Jim, a lot of minutes and having to move around, space out. Foster earlier, then Baker away from the rim, then get inside and jam it up.
Seattle's not hitting their free throws. As a team, they shoot 71%. And Williams hits on the second. And the Nets lead by 2.
See if they can do something without the dribble, Bird. By that, use your post screens. Stick with a little side pick and roll here.
Marbury picked up by Baker. Now the double. He gives up his dribble. Finds Gill. Harris. Three-pointer. No good. Newman on a follow.
Oh, what a gather. Oh, there are big-time snatches. That's one of the premier ones for the Nets in the early season.
He has 14 off the bench, and the Nets extend their lead to 4.
Big thing for Newman is that he doubles now, is to keep McCoy off the rim. Look at the setup here. See, that's the problem. And not a bad foul by Harris. He knew
A complete mismatch. McCoy had Harris, and it sends McCoy to the line where he shoots 59%.
All of a sudden, you see Johnny leaves, and this is the cut. And Lucius Harris very alert now, protecting the rim, gives the foul up.
McCoy, back of the iron, no good. This is their third consecutive trip where they have not made both free throws from the line. Career high 10 rebounds for McCoy, 5 blocks, and 1 out of 2 from the stripe. It's a 3-point Nets cushion. Marbury, 41 minutes of action. On the outside.
And somebody's got to go to the rim. Johnny Newman does. That's how he got the rebound on that trap earlier.
Gill with 8. Shot clock down to 5. Gill, the force. Off the rim. Top of the backboard, and McCoy has the rebound.
And Baker running the floor. McElvain recovers.
Williams on a pump fake. And Payton backs it out. Under 3 minutes to play. Payton with Marbury.
Newman's got the problem. McCoy on the glass.
Williams with a ball fake. Gets around Harris. And a charge is called.
How about Jim McElvain? Whether it's up in the air or on the floor, he's contributed. Westphal all the way over at half court. Lucky he doesn't get a tee.
A timeout with 2:42 to play. Fourth quarter. Nets 88, Sonics 85. Back to Seattle after this.
At McDonald's, we put extra zest into seasoning our biggest, beefiest burger. We go the extra mile with thick sliced tomato and fresh, whole beef lettuce. We take extra care chopping the fresh onions. We even think big about exactly where to put the ketchup and mayo. Why? Because you have big expectations that can only be satisfied by the new Big Extra. Introducing the extraordinarily big taste of the new Big Extra. Where? Did somebody say McDonald's?
There's nothing better than being named Motor Trend Sport Utility of the Year. Well, except for surfing a 20-foot face at Mavericks, or snowboarding in Telluride. And you can't forget riding in Moab, or kayaking the Snake River. Okay, there may be a few things better than winning Motor Trend Sport Utility of the Year. Ah, but what the heck, we'll take it. Motor Trend Sport Utility of the Year. The new Nissan Xterra.
What influence does the media have on sports, good, bad, or indifferent? Join Marv Albert, Walt Frazier, Joe Torre, and Mike Milbury as they discuss this issue at the International Radio and Television Society Foundation Newsmaker Luncheon, Thursday, February 3rd at Cipriani, 110 East 42nd Street. Call 212-867-6650, extension 306 for more information.
And Bert, 3 guys who haven't seen any minutes. It's speculation. If there's no injury, this is a message. Case is saying, hey, we're going to win, whether they said something to him or whether he wasn't happy with their play. This is a positive message, particularly if the Nets can sustain this and win the game. And the best way to teach people is from a positive vantage point.
Shot clock at 7. Nets lead by 3. Gill. Charge. Offensive foul. Williams took the hit.
And it's something about going left. I thought he hurt his wrist the way he looked down.
He may have.
The tough thing about going left like that and leaving your feet, it's a very difficult right-handed kiss shot. Unless you have somebody in mind as you leave your feet. Hopefully he'll be okay. But it's speculation whether the players are injured or a comment or just feeling, hey, other guys deserve the minutes.
Gary Payton. So active. Kick out. Baker for 2. And the weak side rebound for Gill as we come up on 2 minutes left. Nets 88, Sonics 85. Nets looking for a win on this West Coast swing. Turnover. Payton lays it home.
You don't see that happen too often. A missed cue by Stephon Marbury.
15 for Gary Payton.
They got Stephon played off the ball. They got him here. Let's see if they clear.
Marbury. One-on-one with Williams. 10 to shoot. Marbury, the drive. McCoy closes. Marbury floats it in.
Oh, that medium range knockout dagger that he now possesses.
24 for Marbury. A minute and a half to play. Nets lead by 3.
What a back down. Payton, Marbury all the way to the baseline. That's that dislodging in reverse. Stephon must have scraped as well. And that's it over the limit. But Payton, the ability to make that shot in there, Bert, I can't express how difficult this one is. You don't have any background. It's all rim. And here as he backs down, gets the finger contact. He's still rubbing his eye out there.
Gary Payton is headed to the free throw line. The clock is at 1:25 in the fourth. 6 of 22 from the field. And Payton hits the first. He can cut the Nets' advantage to 1.
A little body angles on that one at 75%. Stephon didn't bring the ball up the last time. I think I'd prefer him handling the backcourt to make sure they get over the timeline without any problem. Here they double on him. They're forcing others to beat him.
So Gill will handle the ball. Picked up by McCoy as he crosses midcourt.
Got a post.
10 to shoot. Nets are yet to get into their offense. High screen sent by McElvey. Marbury with 6. Marbury forced to give it up. Forced it inside. Payton running the floor. Kick out for the lead. Davis. It's good. A 3.
Pretty good defensive play. They forced Ken Gill to bring it up. Got Stephon the ball at half court. He left his feet. Got to move and post up.
Timeout with 55 seconds left. Seattle with a 92-90 lead late in the fourth.
There's nothing better than being named Motor Trend Sport Utility of the Year. Well, except for surfing a 20-foot face at Mavericks, or snowboarding in Telluride. And you can't forget riding in Moab, or kayaking the Snake River. Okay, there may be a few things better than winning Motor Trend Sport Utility of the Year. Ah, but what the heck, we'll take it. Motor Trend Sport Utility of the Year. The new Nissan Xterra.
Take your family of 4 to see the Nets. The Nets McFamily package for $69.95. And if your family is larger than 4, we'll work something out. Call Ticketmaster or 1-800-3GO-NETS.
Close one here in Seattle. Sonics 92, Nets 90 with 55 seconds to play. And the Nets will have the basketball off the timeout.
They did a great job forcing others to make the decision. Steph gets it back out here. And now once he leaves his feet, nobody really stepping, going away. See Jimmy McElvain going away instead of somebody coming this way. And it causes the run out and the make at the other end. I mean, just good, solid basketball. The kick as the defense converges in the lane. And Davis on the money, but Payton will beat you in so many ways. The post up to get him to the foul line. The distribution on the break. And now with fatigue a factor, Stephon not getting the basketball in the backcourt. They'll move it to half court. And he's going to have to sprint to get himself free if he's going to dominate with the dribble.
Emmanuel Davis had missed his first 6 attempts until that three-pointer. You see the timeout situation? We mentioned that the Sonics have been successful in close games. The Nets have not. Gill again will get it across. 15 on the timer. Nets trailing by 2. Newman, three-point territory, puts it on the floor. Gill with 6 to shoot. With 5. Gill puts it up. 2-pointer for the tie.
Wow, did he stare him down and and break him down. Get a chance now. Good solid D.
18 points for Gill. 28 seconds left. 92-92 here in Seattle.
See if they help now.
Payton backing down on Marbury. Using the body. Kick out. Davis, another three. Short. Rebounded by Gill. 13 seconds left.
They're not going to call timeout. They're just going to go through. Steph's going to keep it trying. Oh, they got the time now.
7.5 seconds on the clock. And they used up about 8 seconds to get it across.
And you recall how tough it is for the Nets to get it in. They've struggled with it. Don Casey talked to Don Nelson, as a matter of fact, about some inbounding situations prior to the Dallas game. So let's see where they take it out, one, and what they do to get the basketball.
Stephon Marbury, there seems to be some confusion as he heads over.
Oh, he was thinking, you know what? He was three. He thought Gill had a three. That's what he thought.
Oh.
That's what he was checking on. He never even looked up at the scoreboard until they went to the timeout.
Now, Gill, that was clearly a two-pointer from the officials as they called it right away.
See the feet there now on the breakdown now. The jab step. A lot of guys shoot with the 1 foot in front of the other. There's the jab, the recovery, the rocker move. And there you can see clearly.
Foot was on the line, right foot.
Good call by the officials. Now, Bird, getting it in is a dilemma. Secondly, they're not going to let Stephon beat them. So Stephon has to be very precise in his cuts. The screen has to be rigid and don't move. It may be Newman or Gill that has to beat their guy with the dribble if they take the head out of the game, the head being Stephon.
Nets still have a timeout to work with if they can't get it in cleanly. Seattle has 3. This is why the Nets will have the basketball with 7.5 left. Sonics with a chance to take the lead.
Big thing, too, is they have here's the miss on the kick out, but Stephon with great strength to force it, and they dodge one, and a good check out with McCoy inside. Newman does a nice job separating from the rim. Kendall Gill at that particular time, but the big thing now is how you get it in, what you're going to do. It will not be defined like it's Stephon with a clear out. They're not going to let it. They may double him if he gets the basketball. Others have to step up. Lucius Harris might be the guy off some penetration.
Keith Van Horn has come into the game. He has not been on the floor since the 5:15 mark of the third quarter.
He'll be used to screen and pop. When you screen, you got to stand still and step to the ball.
And Seattle will use a timeout. We'll keep it right here with 7.5 on the clock.
Bird, they also have a delay of the game, too.
They do.
So, I mean, they'll be able to see what the Nets are running.
And what that delay allows you to do is crowd up on the inbounds passer. And it gives you a chance to see what the Nets would be looking to run offensively, some movement. And then, obviously, after the whistle, you can back off and make some adjustments on your own.
Of course, a lot of guys will have the same set and run different things off that set. Here's Jimmy Lynam in the middle there doing some of the offensive things Case permits them to do.
Games decided by 3 points or less. 3 and 5 in these games. And these situations have been tenuous ones for the New Jersey Nets.
And part of it's learning how to win. Big thing on a shot, Keith Van Horn has got to get himself to the rim if it's not him shooting. He needs some offensive rebounding.
So Marbury will toss it in.
And that's the most dangerous guy sometimes, on the pass to step in and give it back to him.
Well, now the Sonics back off. Marbury gets it over to Newman. 6 seconds left in a tie game. Newman the drive to the rim. Block! Sonics take a timeout with 1.6.
And Payton's going to ask for more time. They're not going to give you that. Newman at the disadvantage with Baker.
Johnny Newman. Off the timeout, he got the basketball with a chance to give this Nets team a win.
They're going to give him some time now. Let's see when they call a timeout, though.
looked to be right around 2.4 in that range. As
I'll tell you, Patterson was in there. There was some contact, but maybe so far under. I thought Baker was from the rear.
No, it was Patterson.
Yeah, it was Patterson. See if they change the Westfall with the quick timeout. Bobby Weiss as well. And Case just hoping and wishing and praying there on Newman's penetration. But you know, they were not a bad ploy when you think of it. Marbury inbounding, that's something they haven't done.
Right.
He just wasn't able to get it back from Newman, and Johnny did the right thing, get to the rim. And they spaced pretty well, so he didn't have that passing lane to the forward spot where Lucius Harris was in position. That's have a delay too now, Bird, so they can do the same thing.
Right now, there's 1.6 on the clock. Bob Weiss came over to Mike Mathis to ask him whether or not they were going to put some more time. And it looks like they will. $2.1.
I honestly don't think the Nets get hurt on that one. You know, you agree? I mean, if it's equitable, it may have been a little more, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I thought it might have been 2.4.
Because the hands were up at 3, so it was in the 2 category, 2 and change. The same thing here now. Don't let Payton get a touch. I mean, that's the key. Don't let him create. One bounce. And into the lane type of thing. And also you got to be careful of the screen and lob. That's the one that can get you in trouble. They can gamble a little bit right now, they being the Sonics, because they have the hammer.
92-92. Sonics looking to snap a 3-game losing streak. Nets are hoping to bounce back after their loss Monday night in Portland in what has been a strange game. We talked about Van Horn, hadn't played since the 5:15 mark of the third. Same for Jamie Fike. Kittles hasn't played since the 8:33 mark of the third quarter, and this is the front end of a back-to-back, so those players will certainly be fresh for the matchup tomorrow night against the Grizzlies, and you can see it on Fox Sports Net.
And Bert, if it goes overtime, think of the fatigue factor for the people on the floor. But right now, McElmain's got to be alert too. He doesn't want to get caught up in a run out and a step to the goal. Payton's very good the same way. Step up and spin out, so Stefan has to be careful.
Chuck Person checks into the game. So Person, who is a long-range gunner, is one possibility.
Bert, I think they dribbled, they call timeout, they call another timeout to move it to half court. That's why it's here. Chuck Person dangerous because he steps in, he can shoot it, and Payton is the guy. Stefan's got to be careful. Very smart. There's the delay of the game as they take a look. Now let's see if they do something different. Payton screened up on Davis. See if they do something different. Baker's going to screen down, and Williams is a wonderful deep shooter. Don't forget, Shaman.
92-92, 2.1 on the clock. Person on a bounce pass. Marbury gets a piece, and they're going to have to reset the clock again.
Wow. I'll take that timekeeper home. What do you think?
That's not exactly a hometown timekeeper.
He's my kind of guy. Get on the bus, Gus.
They will put 1.7, I believe, on the clock, and yes, it is.
And it's a tougher spot to defend. Now, Payton all alone, they have to be careful. The lob, and now Baker with the back screen and step to the ball. There's the guy that's...
Person for the win! Got it!
The most dangerous guy on the floor.
Sonics pull it out with a three-pointer at the buzzer.
The reaction, Bird, was not good. Johnny Newman tried to play center field, free safety, never got back on the inbounder. The most dangerous guy is the one taking it out.
A bitter pill. Nets fall in Seattle, 95-92. Chuck Person with his only shot of the night. A three-pointer to win it just before time ran out.
Terrible. You got to play it through to the end, and the Nets did not.
The Nets have not played an overtime game this season, and you figured with 1.7 left, this would be their first. That is a brutal loss.
Right here, Newman steps in. You can see Newman trying to recover too late. Oh, bitter, heartbreaking.
The reaction, and all he could do was smile and raise his arms in exultation. Chuck Person, one field goal attempt, just happened to be the game winner. Sonics 95, Nets 92. We'll come back to Key Arena after these words.